Today, we're going to dive into the incredible story of BKS Iyengar. This is a man who didn't just practice yoga, he literally forged an entirely new understanding of it, right from the embers of his own profound weakness. It's an amazing story about how transforming the body can completely transform the self. Our source for this frames the whole journey with this really powerful metaphorical voice it calls Zoran. And this idea of forging ourselves is absolutely central to everything. It's not about some quick fix. It's about building real strength. Brick by painstaking brick, bone by mindful bone. So let's explore the life that shaped this incredibly powerful philosophy. So where did this master of the human form even begin? Well, you might be surprised. It wasn't as a pillar of strength, but as something far, far more fragile. And that's the whole point, isn't it? We often look at the end result, the master, the expert, and we totally forget about the grueling, difficult process that created them. Iyengar's story is just this brilliant illustration that mastery is earned. It's never just given. Iyengar was born in India back in 1918, and get this, he was the 11th of 13 children. Our source describes him as a flickering flame, which is just the perfect description. This incredibly difficult start in life, this profound physical weakness, actually became the foundation for everything that would come later. I mean, just look at this list. His body was a constant battleground. He was just hammered by this barrage of debilitating illnesses, malaria, typhoid, tuberculosis. So for him, the first reason he even turned to yoga wasn't for some lofty spiritual goal. It was just about survival. He was literally fighting to reclaim his own life from the very brink. And that desperate fight for survival is what led him to his first great insight, the absolutely critical importance of precision, of the body's own unique architecture. This question from our source's Zoran's voice just puts it perfectly. I mean, it's simple physics, right? Iyengar realized that to rebuild his own ravaged body, he couldn't just kind of approximate the yoga poses. No, he had to build them correctly, right from the ground up. This right here became the absolute core of his entire method. See, alignment isn't just about looking good in a pose. It's about structural integrity. It's how you protect your joints, how you strengthen weak areas, and how you allow the energy of the pose to actually flow the way it's supposed to. And what's so brilliant about this is how practical it is. Iyengar taught his students to become their own teachers through self-observation. You start asking yourself these questions. Are both sides of my body working the same? Am I creating space? Am I grounded? And most importantly, can I breathe? These simple questions turn a posture into a really deep act of self-awareness. But what if your body simply can't achieve that perfect alignment? Maybe due to an injury or stiffness or just weakness. Well, this is where Iyengar's genius really truly shines. His solution was so simple, but it completely revolutionized modern yoga. He introduced props. Now, a lot of people think props are a crutch, right? Something for people who can't do the real pose. But Iyengar saw them as the exact opposite. They weren't a crutch, they were a bridge. He knew firsthand what it was like to have physical limitations. So, instead of demanding that the body contort into a shape it just wasn't ready for, he created tools to bring the shape to the body. It's a subtle shift, but it's huge. It made the deep benefits of yoga accessible and safe for literally everyone, no matter where they were starting from. And here's exactly how they work. A block isn't a crutch, it's a teacher that shows your spine how to stay long when you can't reach the floor. A belt doesn't just pull you, it teaches you how to extend safely. It's like each prop whispers the secrets of alignment directly to your body. Okay, so with all this intense focus on the physical body, you might be thinking, is this just a really sophisticated form of exercise? Not at all. The physical work was only the beginning. This quote really gets to the heart of it. All that meticulous physical discipline, the alignment, the intense focus, the use of props, it was like a fire designed to burn away all the distractions and finally reveal what's underneath. See, Iyengar's work is deeply, deeply rooted in classical yoga philosophy. He saw the body as the gateway to the mind and spirit. The idea is, by bringing precision and order to your physical form, you create the perfect conditions for inner clarity and spiritual growth. The body literally becomes the laboratory for the soul. So, how can we actually apply these ideas?
Well, our source offers a few simple exercises to help us feel these principles in our own bodies. Let's call it our first foraging. It all starts with just standing, mountain pose. But this isn't passive, it's an active, intelligent standing. Remember that question about the crooked foundation? This is where you build it correctly. You feel the ground, engage your legs, lengthen your spine. That feeling of rising energy, that is alignment in action. Next, a seated pose where we're invited to use a prop, like a blanket. This connects right back to that idea of props being a bridge to understanding. The goal isn't to force your knees to the floor. It's to use the support to allow your body to soften and open naturally. The prop becomes your trusted ally in the whole process. And then we have the powerful Warrior Two. This isn't just a physical shape, it's an attitude. Here's where you really connect the physical to the mental. You feel the strength in your foundation, that openness in your heart, and a steady, unwavering focus. Body and mind are forged into one. And finally, a restorative pose that perfectly embodies that idea of props as teachers. By resting on the block, you're not just being passive, you are actively surrendering. You're allowing the prop to intelligently teach your body how to open up and release all that stored tension. It's a really profound lesson in just letting go. And this, right here, is the ultimate takeaway. The strength Iyengar taught is an internal one. It's forged not from brute force, but from mindful attention, unwavering discipline, and the sheer courage to transform your weakness into wisdom. So if this story has sparked your curiosity to maybe begin your own forging, the foundational text is Iyengar's own book, Light on Yoga. It's still an absolutely essential guide, and his institute in India continues to share his wisdom with the world. Thanks so much for exploring the life and legacy of this incredible master with us.